one of the most exciting thrift store finds I've yet to find for you today. Looney Tunes! Woo! I'd prefer it wasn't football, but you take what you can get. It's a Looney Tunes puzzle! Oh my goodness! And it's a weird piece count. I know it's kind of weird, some little kid probably wrote on it at one point in time, but it's 1,100 pieces! Yay! It's a weird one! It's exciting! How long is this gonna take me? I don't know. Let's find out. You're forever. Hey guys! Alright, so today I have a super exciting thrift store find. Look what I found! It's Looney Tunes! Oh my goodness! I mean, I really would prefer if it wasn't football because I'm not a big fan of football. To be honest, sports are not really my thing. I loved Looney Tunes growing up. My mom passed on her love of Bugs Bunny to me. I'd watch the cartoons all the time. I hated Space Jam. I hated the nonsense of going from cartoon to real life, and I could never get into that. I hated that. I still don't like Space Jam to this day. But I love Looney Tunes. Fun fact, I was sitting here naming all these off before we started the video, and I said, what's the big red one's name? And this one looked at me like I had two heads. He was having a stroke or something. I'm like, the big red one. I don't know his name. So we had to look it up. It's Gossamer. You know, now we know. Okay, right, yeah. But like otherwise I know all their names. You know, because it's Looney Tunes, but like I don't remember that thing in there that often. But anyways, a football Looney Tunes puzzle. That cartoon to real life nonsense is in there a little bit, but that's okay. We'll forgive that. It's a puzzle. This one's 1,100 pieces. I know it's a little hard to see there because some kid wrote on it, but yeah, 1,100 pieces. So this is not a traditional 1,000 piece when you're making your time bets. You're not allowed to just say 2 hours.
2 hours.
How long do you think this is going to take me?
Well, considering it's gradient green, because it goes from dark to light.
He's saying gradient, yeah, okay.
Well,
he's using his proper words, okay.
And the sky is gradient.
Okay, alright.
2 big clouds in there.
I've got the big red one.
Yeah. The hard part might be the audience in the back, because it's probably just repeated pattern. But you always say patterns are easy, but because it's repeated. Because it's an extra 100 pieces
Look
in there.
at him, he's going all.
I'm going to say 2 hours and
2 hours?
29
minutes.
I see, I say 28. 2 hours and 28 minutes.
Why?
Because I don't...
2 hours 29.
28.
29.
28.
30.
28.
30.
28.
32.
28.
38.
28.
38.
28.
38.
28.
26.
28.
29.
28. 28 it is.
Are you listening to this?
It's only 100 pieces.
It's only 100 pieces.
It's probably going to only take you an hour or 2 hours. It's probably going to take you 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to be screwed.
Oh, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah. I guess I'll take it. 2 hours, 28 minutes. Looney Tunes football. I'm not starting the timer yet, though, because I think I need to use, like, an actual knife to get into this lovely, you know, thing. Someone went to town taping this. Which, maybe, it means that all the pieces are there. Because I would actually be kind of sad if all the pieces were not there in this puzzle. Oh, that's going to be big. Those are big pieces. It's half together. That's gonna be really big. Alright, let's get into this thing.
There's a lot more of it put together.
Right? Well, no, I gotta, like, actually break it apart. It's easier when it's not in the box. Beanie, guard. Okay. Let's do it! Timer's rolling. Hopefully everyone can see it. See, I'm using my extra time to break this puzzle apart. I hope you're taking that into consideration.
Your extra time?
Mm-hmm.
You already started the clock?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is. It's hard to see it. Oh, I can see it better in the other shot.
Yes, if people are looking for the timer, try looking in the little camera. You see it a little bit better. It smells like old puzzle. Does that make sense?
Sure.
You know, old puzzle smell.
Old puzzle.
It's like going into a library or something. It has a very distinct smell. Not necessarily a bad smell, but it's very distinct. The positive side, we know the pieces interlock very well. Here we go. And by the way, the people in the stands are essentially just random dots when you were talking about your patterns and stuff.
Yeah. It can't be random. They wouldn't spend that much time to do it random. I'm sure it's a repeated...
Well, why don't you spend a couple hours and try to figure it out?
Sorry. Oops.
You be careful or I'm gonna tickle you.
You're eating up your own time. Oh, it is just us.
Says the guy trying to give me a concussion.
Oh. You're right. It's just random dots.
See?
So, well, I didn't know it was
Told you
dots. I didn't know it
so.
was dots. I thought it was actually going to have little faces.
No. Oh no.
Like, oh, there's no way they're going to draw up that many
Little people?
little people. They'll just create 3 or 4 of them, or whatever, 10 of them, and just like, yeah, that's all just dots.
Just random dots looking like they're in the stands. Alright, let's see how big this thing is gonna turn out to be. I feel like it's gonna be monstrous. Its pieces are enormous. My goodness. You guys, this puzzle is going to be like as long as a football field. My goodness, look at this thing. This beast is huge. Alright, so here is all my football field. Now, let's just see how tough this is all going to be to put together. And I'm undecided if I want to do the characters after or if I want to do the sky after. Decisions. Tough decisions. It's a day in the life. See, now, and we were talking about the Looney Tunes the other day. And you said it was one dude that voiced all the characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mel Blanc. When I went to LA for my birthday, I was walking around because I've never been in LA before. I don't know LA, and I knew roughly where my hotel was to get back. Like I just wandered the city. It's like I can't get that lost. It's LA. I know the name of my hotel, so I really get stuck. It's like, hey, where's the whatever hotel? Wander around. The next thing I know, I come up behind Paramount lot, and there's all of a sudden a cemetery. I'm like, huh. I go, well, I'll walk through the cemetery. I'll cut through the cemetery to get to the hotel. I roughly know where it is. As I'm walking through, you start seeing older celebrities who have passed. Marilyn Monroe, and she's in this crypt thing, but Mel Blanc's was right there. I'm like, oh, Mel Blanc's tombstone's right there.
Oh, really?
And he's a Jewish entertainer or whatever, but I guess it's part of the tradition to pay homage, whatever, or to pay honor or respect. You put a rock on top of the tombstone. I don't know the whole tradition of that, and then you'll see pictures of stones or rocks, whatever, on his tombstone and other, I guess, Jewish people's tombstones. I don't know the meaning of it, but it's like, oh, you know what? He was not big influence, but I remember being entertained extremely, a lot as a kid. So I'm like, well, I'll put a rock on his tombstone. But I remember that it seems weird, but it's a gorgeous cemetery. Like this, it looks more like a beautiful park than it does a cemetery. It's a gorgeous, because then you get all these big palm trees, and it's kind of got rolling hills. It's not all like it's a.
It's a nice place to be dead.
Yeah, it's a nice place for your final resting place. Hollywood Forever Cemetery. 4.5 stars rating.
There you go.
Rate your cemetery.
What do the ghosts come back and be like? Yeah, this is a pretty good plot. I'm pretty happy where I am. If I must be dead, I'm glad I'm dead in this dirt. Right
in the center. Yeah, it's neat because it's the Spider-Man thing over again. It's the looking at the map and realizing, yep, there's Melrose, and there's where my hotel was. Like, wasn't that far from? There's Paramount Studios. Yeah, it was right behind that. See, I was like, trying to second guess myself. I was like, was it behind Paramount? Like, yeah, it's right behind Paramount. So my hotel is right on the corner of Paramount Studios, Melrose Corner. And then there's the burger place. This is cool. This is neat.
Now you're not lying, are you, Pinocchio?
No.
Okay.
There's Paramount Studios. There's the cemetery. I have pictures.
Okay.
I have pictures of me. That was for my 25th birthday. Turning 25 on the 25th.
There you go.
And that's what I wanted to do. I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go stay in LA for my birthday." Like, sure, you are. Like, I just decided it right now. And it was a lot easier for me because right at the corner was a convenience store, a little grocery store, convenience store thing. And the room had a bar fridge. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy bread and lunch meat and just make sandwiches versus getting fast food all the time.
Yeah, it's always nice when hotels have a little bar fridge. You can save a little bit of money on your food costs.
I remember going across the street when it was my birthday, bought myself a cigar. I was like, I'm going to treat myself to a cigar. And had 2 or 3 puffs on, like, not for me. This thing sucks. Did not like that. I had lunch at, I went to Beverly Hills for lunch. I didn't realize, like, everything is, like, they make it so much that drive. I was like, you know, everything I needed to do, I could walk to within 15 minutes. It was so much tighter than I thought. I mean, man, I can walk anywhere I needed to within 15 minutes. Yeah, there's cemeteries on it, so. I mean, 4.5. Right? And now I'm missing traveling.
Right. How are the places we used to be able to go?
And I want to go back again because it was. See, it's one of those things where you want to hit so many places and travel and hit as many places as you can if you're someone who really wants to travel. But now that I think of it, it's like it'd be nice to hit a couple places twice because maybe you didn't soak it in as much as you would have liked to because it was so much. And if you go back, you can you don't have to re-see things. You re-enjoy certain other things. And there were so many things that I didn't see.
Right, like you gotta spend at least a couple weeks to be able to really see the place.
Well, LA is. It depends on how you describe. It's just like Toronto's not just Toronto, right? It's all so I was staying in the heart of Hollywood, old Hollywood, and then just to the east of me was modern day Los Angeles, but modern day Hollywood was over the hills where Universal, like, the studios, they were confined to the space that they created, but as construction around them grew and grew, they couldn't grow their studios any larger. But if you went over the Hollywood Hills, then there was new land, so some of the studios went over there, so then that's where Warner Brothers is, that's where Universal is, so there's all these different things, so, but the old Paramount ones had enough lot, I think, that they were fine to shoot all their stuff. But it's like you wouldn't think that in the middle of the city, boom, there's this movie studio with a back lot for filming, and it just looks like it's a building. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then you get to do this little. They send you this little tour on a trolley, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. They have this one parking lot that's lowered and painted blue. If they ever need to film water scenes, they just fill it full of water.
Oh, jeez.
And then because it's sunken down like a pool, it becomes where they shoot, ocean scenes, whatever. So they clearly don't have. With Google Maps now, it's so much cooler to be able to go back and see these places. It's one of those things, like, you wonder what your life could be like if you moved to a new city. And if you didn't go right into, if you worked at McDonald's and you moved all the way to LA to work at McDonald's, then, what was the change for? I'm not saying anything bad about McDonald's, I'm just saying, like, you went from the same job to the same job. now you're in a different environment, so there's a lot more to take in, new types of friends, But I know a lot of the people that grow on YouTube, they move it to LA just because they're not hoping to make it famous there. It's just a lot easier to collaborate if everyone's in the same spot.
The same very busy spot.
Yeah, it's definitely busy. See, my brother, he was down there before work. He was working for this company that was switching newspaper companies over from print to digital or something. And to show them how the software worked or whatever. It was like this kind of weird job he just kind of got. And then he got rental cars and he's driving down and he's like, why am I getting detoured? And all he's like, oh, I'm driving through the middle of the Oscars right now.
Whoopsies.
I'm like, you lucky turd. I go, I never, like, when I went, I didn't think to go down during the Oscars. I went down for my birthday. I would prefer to go down for the Oscars. But it's neat when you start seeing things from TV shows and movies, and like, okay. And that's the same with Vancouver. After a while, like, you see all these things being filmed downtown. And at first, it's neat, and then later on, it becomes an annoyance because the street's blocked that you normally drive to get to wherever you need to go. Like, well, now you gotta do a detour because they're shooting something. But it's neat to kind of stand. You can stand right off beside the camera a lot of times because they're not blocking off. Crazy, just blocking off the street, but you can sit there and just watch them. You know, and the PAs are like, just don't say anything, don't yell, just don't screw our shots, let people watch.
Yeah.
So you sit there and kind of watch. And okay, well, that's kind of neat. Or a lot of times they might let you just walk through just to be a background extra without a, just don't look at the camera and don't. Normally they have paid ones, but if it's just trying to
fill in traffic.
Background, you just walking through anyways, just keep walking. That didn't happen as often. They really wanted there's so many unions with the holiday you have to have. I would like to go back now and again and see how much of it's changed. If my memory map, still so I still remember how to get around, only being there for 10 or 12 days.
Can you still walk without getting lost?
Yeah, everything's a lot closer than people think it is. And then once I found out the bus schedule, I was like, well, geez, it was like $1.50. I go, I can get anywhere in all of LA for $1.50. It's way cheaper than the cabs. So I went to the Price is Right, and I said, well, I want to get there on time. I don't want to take the bus. Took a cab, like, jeez Louise, this is expensive.
Just like anywhere, cabs are expensive here too.
But you sit there, sit in the CBS outside audience waiting area, just waiting. And then finally you get to talk to producers. And either you're TV worthy or you're not. And then they let the first 2 people know, the first 4 people know. The first 4 people know that they're going to be picked. Because they want the camera people to know where to zoom to.
Yeah.
So they kind of do this kind of fake zoom around. They want to know exactly where you are. But the rest of the people that get called don't know.
Huh.
And it's a lot smaller when you're in there than what you see on. It's tiny.
Oh, really?
It's just the way they shoot it all. It's all like that. That time it was Bob Barker, so the camera's like right on Bob Barker, and the focus is just pulled back, so it makes it look like the camera's further back. So it makes it look like the stage is longer, but you realize like, man, this is a tiny stage and a tiny like it's not very big at all. That's why I like traveling out in agenda. Just stumbling across things. It's nice to be able to go out and do excursions if you've got a plan. Well, Monday they're only doing this. Like, okay, I guess I'm going to do that on Monday. But to just explore the city or the place, I like that a lot. That way you're not locked into any kind of stupid schedule. You have to leave and like, yeah, but having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't usually make a schedule when I travel. I just do things. I find the tourist office and figure out what things they do and investigate. And if I find things I like, then I go. If not, then I just walk around.
Didn't have the old Google Maps yet. That wasn't a thing. But when I got to the hotel, there was a phone book, and in front of the phone book was a map of LA. I'm like, well, ripping that out. And I just used that and just walked around and said, okay, well, now I got my footing. I know where things are. If I get lost, I can just pull this map out.
Yeah, we still got lost even with Google Maps.
What?
Well, because I don't pay for the extra data or whatever when I travel. So it's all relying on Wi-Fi. So you're waiting on Wi-Fi and all this other stuff. And sometimes you don't directionalize yourself right, and you head in the complete wrong direction. And when you get to internet again, you realize, oh crap, that's why I can't find what I'm looking for. I've gone the wrong way. But I'm cheap. I don't like to pay all those extra fees for however you make your phone work.
The even with today now, there's so many different there's so many free Wi-Fi hotspots now. They keep popping up. It should make it a lot easier now. Like even in the last couple of years, they put it time. Look who's not done yet.
Well, no. It hasn't been that long, you silly.
No, but I'm pretty. Do you want to do that at lunch?
You think you're safe.
Oh, I'm totally safe.
Are you?
Sure I am. The amount that you have left still?
Well, now think about how easy all the characters are going to be. They're all cartoon.
Okay.
You want to make another lunch bet?
No.
No, you're no fun.
I already won.
You could get dinner for tomorrow.
That you're gonna beat 2 hours and 28 minutes?
Yeah.
You probably will.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever means I win. Want to make that bet? I want to make the bet that whatever win for me, I like the idea of that. I'm working on Gossamer. Look, I got his name right. Gossamer. Yay. The creepy one.
It's all red.
What one now? That one was kind of the easiest. Now what do I want to... He's the biggest. Easily. See, I'm surprised Bugs Bunny didn't get more space on the puzzle, because, like, personally, when I think of Looney Tunes, it's pretty much Bugs Bunny. Maybe Tweety.
Yeah, but they have to proportionalize it properly.
Well, I guess.
You can't blow him up, he's not a giant.
You sure you don't want to make that bet? I like to win.
I like to win.
I do like to win. It's fun. Winning is fun.
No. I like my free lunch. I don't want to give it up.
You don't want to break even?
How's that
But,
breaking
hey,
even?
because then if one of us win, like if I win, then you buy me lunch, I buy you lunch, everyone wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see how that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm that far ahead, am I?
I'm not saying anymore.
Well, now you've piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, I know what that means. It means you will cheat.
I'm not gonna cheat.
I feel better with my original gut time, though.
What was your gut
Well,
time?
I said it. I said 1:15 or 2:15.
Ah.
2:15. I don't think the 1100 really mattered. I think the extra 100 needed more time.
Ah.
The puzzle, the sky is gradient, the grass is gradient, so it's a flow of shade.
Well, now, hey, the grass took a decent amount of time.
Sure. Also have white lines in it. And then the people, no, the audience might be trickier. And then the character's gonna be easy.
Yeah, they're already coming together.
So
quite nicely, in fact. I've always liked character puzzles. The character part just comes together so quickly. It's like that Scooby-Doo one we did.
Scooby-Doo one was good.
Mm-hmm. Felt for a minute like Daffy had mammoth hands, but then I forgot how big this puzzle really was. My goodness.
Oh, boy.
Sleepy?
Huh. You make things tiring.
I thought I was doing so well, though.
You're doing well doesn't mean that you're not boring.
Oh. You're not entertained?
No.
I can change that. I can be
Stop
entertaining.
Stop it. Stop it.
Was that entertaining enough for you?
No. I mean, yes. I think the I think it'll be close to the 215 mark, but I don't think it will. I think it will.
Not much over that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be to the 228. So definitely not much. I mean, unless the audience really slows you down, then I'd be like, oh well, you know what, maybe. Because who wouldn't like 2 free lunches?
And you get a free one today and tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Last night it stopped off and it's like, oh, you know what? I feel like something triggered me to have. I don't know if it was something that was said or something that I saw or something that I thought that made me want to have a burger. So I went to Walmart and grabbed some patties and some buns and a carton of eggnog. And I was like, oh, I wonder if you can. I go, wow. I know it can be done, but I wonder how to do the patty in the air fryer. So I quickly looked it up and said, oh, this looks right from frozen patty. And put a little bit of cheese. I had some cheese from my grilled cheese still. So put some cheese in there. It heats the cheese, like you don't do the whole time, you put it on the last couple minutes. But it also makes it where it's thinner part of the cheese a little crispy, but not in a bad way. It's like it was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So I was like, the old air fryer burgers. It didn't take very long. Hardly any grease at all because of the way it cooks. This is the way to do it. Nice, clean, easy cleanup.
Well, that's not bad.
So most likely have more burgers tonight. It's cheap.
I do notice I am running incredibly low on shopping bags for my kitty litter, and I've never had that problem before. If anything, I have way too many shopping bags normally.
You have a drawer full of them.
Yeah, I don't use those ones. Anyways, but I must be going shopping less or something, like way less.
Oh, I think so.
Because
I know I am.
Like, because I'm like, well, this has never happened before. Goodness, I'm down to. Oh my god, I'm down to the ones that I've been carrying around. I mean, it's been forever now, but they went in this Bath and Body Works bag because there was, like, an excess, and I'm like, oh. Alright, well, great. I guess that's good. Just your audience now. Do you think it's going to be enough to save you?
No.
No.
But if it was the 215 mark, that'd be fine.
Like, fine as in you've already passed it, or fine as in it would be a hard sell to finish the audience because you think it's going to be hard?
I can't. There's a glare on one of the numbers, and I can't tell what it's at. But I think that I think the 228 is. You're not gonna hit that. You'll be done before it. But the 215, I would have won that bet. And that was my gut. That was my gut. Because I looked at it, I was like, this doesn't seem that hard.
And yet.
If I had gone with my gut and also done the dinner, I would have had 2 meals in a row.
But you didn't. That's a shame, isn't it?
I guess so.
Now you just get some beans. See, you thought the audience would be hard, but I think it's actually going to be the easiest part of the whole puzzle.
It's going to be the easiest part of the whole puzzle. Look at me.
If I'm not being entertaining enough for you, I can always tickle you again.
Look at me. It's going to be the easiest part.
Mm-hmm. See, now, that 215, if I hadn't used some of my extra time to tear apart the puzzle,
you still wouldn't have been enough.
No, really.
No.
Well, then that's cutting it awful close to your 228 mark. I don't know why you wouldn't have taken the bet.
How long do you think it took you to separate the things? 10 minutes? It took you 2 minutes.
I don't know. It could have been 10 minutes for all I know.
Wow, you have a bad guessing of time then.
Well, maybe I do. I never claimed to be a pro at it. Hooray! And no pieces are missing. It's all done.
Yeah.
Oh! I gotta stop the timer. Well, that's
would've
just
been-
barely over. That would have been very close.
Wow.
If I had not used my precious time,
My
it would have been
time.
fine.
Whoa! Hey! Finish your puzzle.
It's done.
Do it again. No. Bad, Max. Eat your beans. You're over 215.
You have to eat beans, not me. No,
show
we
the
have
puzzle.
to show the puzzle as I'm doing. See, I'm showing them the puzzle. Look at how cute they are. Again, I really wish it wasn't football, but like it's Looney Tunes, so I'll take it. It's fine. It's still cute. I still like it. And all in all, not too hard of a puzzle. Definitely, like, it's as big as a football field, but, you know, it's big. Yay! Good puzzle. Hi.
Hey.
Would you like to spin this?
No.
It's all yours. Here you go.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Sit
Hi.
down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. 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 Sit! Ow! Ah! You gotta throw my back out.
Wow, that's an old person quote, if I ever heard one.
Oh my! You got me twisting and turning. Okay, this is gonna be the spin.
Yep. Oh, yes. I should.
No, that's fine. You want this,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and you want these ones here.
Oh, okay.
Reverse.
Such little trust.
Reverse. Look, but pieces aren't that big.
Look at how big that puzzle is. For a 1,000-piece puzzle, that's huge.
It's 1,100.
Ah, okay. 1,100, yes.
Beans. Ah! That's just good beans, right?
No.
Yeah, it is.
5 beans.
Where's the good beans?
There isn't. We
I
haven't.
thought
we
we have.
haven't made a new wheel yet.
Oh, well that sucks.
What planet have you been on? We've always been using this wheel.
Well, I don't
We need
land
to-
on beans that
We
often.
need to make a new wheel.
So
5 beans.
oh no. I eat this one first because I don't know what it is. Oh no! Oh, there's not enough water in that one. Oh.
By the way, you guys, the lid was already off on it, just so you know.
You can flip it to the other.
I love it.
Oh,
you
that's
can
horrible.
drink the liquid we were using to catch the fruit flies.
Oh. 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 Wasn't enough water. And these don't help at all.
They should. They're sweet. Sorta.
It's ruining them. It's butter popcorn. That's my favorite one.
Ew. That's gross.
Oh,
That's gross.
I don't see how.
Popcorn in bean form? Ew. That's the, like, texture problems right there.
I still don't understand the concept of me getting tortured for not being.
Because it's funny.
Oh. Yeah, I'm done. Wow, that's hot. No.
So little trust.
Stop it.
Yay.
Sit down.
Yay. Ah, torture. Okay. All right, my friends. That was a good puzzle. Very, very big, but very cute. And I'm so happy I found it. I love the Looney Tunes. My favorite Looney Tune, Daffy Duck. Definitely Daffy Duck. I was a big fan of Daffy. So my question to you is, which one is your favorite Looney Tune and why? Alright guys, that's everything for today. I won't torture Casey anymore. I'm sure he appreciates that. See, he doesn't believe me. He never believes me.
No.
But he's Pinocchio, not me. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good night.